I graduated from UT in 2020, May of 2020, by getting a master's in electrical and computer engineering. I came to the US in 2018. I completed my bachelor's from India, and in an allied field, electronics engineering. And since 2020, after graduating from UT, I have been working as a GPU modeling architect at a company called ARM. So ARM is a semiconductor IP company which licenses its designs and ISA to other companies like Samsung, Qualcomm, Apple, and charges them fees for that. And I specifically work for an IP offering from ARM, which is the Mali GPU, which is the graphics processor. My work is specifically, it revolves around analyzing the system as a whole, trying to find bottlenecks in the system, and trying to make your games work more faster in a more power efficient way. So yeah, that's all about me. I did several internships before, such as I interned at NVIDIA in Bangalore, India, and in Samsung in Austin. But this is my first full-time job. So what in particular drew me to this specific role is actually twofold. I think it's a perfect job for someone who's looking to get a feel for how these large systems work. Right from entering the grad school, I was interested in understanding how these complex systems work, where the bottlenecks are, and how I can improve these systems to for performance and power. I think the second is probably that I had a good glimpse of what it takes to be someone working in this particular field from my courses at UT. And since I was performing well, I thought I should give it a shot. But I think the courses at UT were particularly very well designed for me to to work in this particular field, and they gave me a good overview as to what to expect. Me, majority of my team is actually not in the US. A lot of my team is in Trondheim, Norway, and Lund, Sweden. So if I have to catch any of them, I generally have to wake up a little bit early and catch them in the morning time frame. So majority of my meetings are in morning, about 9 to 11-ish. After that, I think post lunch I have around 4 to 5 hours of uninterrupted work that I can work on my project and all of those things. So I don't really have a lot of meetings. I think that is something that I'm fortunate to not have a lot of meetings. So my work is essentially decoupled from a lot of the work that other teams do. So I'm like an individual contributor. I do my own analysis with my lead architect that I work with in Austin, and we define the problem, we define the solution, and we try to model it. We try to find the performance and the power impacts, and then finally present it to the management for their consideration. So that's how generally most of my days look like. Most important strategy for a grad student probably is, for me that has worked, is probably doing research as a master student. So it's not really a conventional wisdom for master student to do hardcore research, just because it's a 2-year program, and people are more into completing the courses and graduating and getting a job. But I think what really was useful for me was research as a grad student. A lot of my work that I do right now is very much related to the research that I did. I worked on memory systems for my research, and I am still working on memory systems right now. A lot of the skills that I developed, programming skills, debug skills, are very, very relevant to what I do right now. So I think the first point is probably doing research as a master student. Second is probably taking your class projects and your class projects very seriously, and go above and beyond what is asked for in your class projects. I remember a lot of the courses that I did had all these open-ended problems, and I would, and the teachers, of course, encouraged us to go do more, go above and beyond what is asked, bring novelty into the projects. I think those two things probably is a good thing to get something on your resume and to attract the view of the recruiter to see that the person has actually done something that is something different from the other folks. I think that was important. Especially for masters, I know it is not easy to explore as because you just have a lot of courses in mind, and you have probably 8 to 10 courses that you need to do in order to get your masters. But if possible, it's always a good thing to explore outside your own major area. I remember I had taken courses from MECOMS, the Texas Venture Labs. That was a great experience. Had got to work with some startups and had a lot of fun. I took some courses from the CS department, from the undergrad ECE department, just so that I can fill in the gaps that in my understanding that I thought would be relevant moving forward. I think another thing that is important is probably start with the beginning and end. You probably should look at, if your final aim is to have a job at the end of your master's program, you should probably be looking for what recruiters are looking for, and look for how you can hone those skills. So something like programming skills, getting some doing some exercises online, trying to take up the relevant projects. If that is a role that you're looking for, take the right projects, take the right courses, and I think it should be good. And above all, I think it's important to have fun. I think UT has been exceptionally great a school for me, and my master's experience was terrific, and I cherish every moment. So thank you UT.